This is the press conference that we've been talking about all week that we wanted to call. Casey White and Vicky White are in custody. There was a pursuit this afternoon in Evansville, Indiana. Evansville, Indiana is about 219 miles from here. The U.S. Marshals were in pursuit of a black Ford pickup. I think it was a F-Ford 150. Casey White was driving that vehicle. Vicky White was a passenger. During the pursuit, the pickup truck wrecked. Casey White surrendered. Vicky White has been transported to the hospital for treatment. So this has ended a very long and stressful and challenging week and a half. It ended the way that we knew it would. They are in custody. What I'm very thankful for tonight is that no one was hurt, no citizens were hurt, no law enforcement officers were hurt as a result of this escape. Casey White is now back in custody, and I cannot express enough to the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force for the assistance they've been in this. Their agents are actually the ones that were involved in the pursuit. And my team of investigators who work diligently alongside the U.S. Marshals Task Force, all the other partners and players in this, the least of which is not the media. You guys have made this happen. You've kept this story out there. You've kept it on everybody's mind. And the tips, what led us to the arrest and the capture of them today was a tip that came from citizens, and they call those tips in because of the coverage y'all have provided us. You don't know how much I personally appreciate the way y'all have helped us in this case. We got a dangerous man off the street today. He is never going to see the light of day again, and that's a good thing for not just our community, but that's a good thing for this country. So thank you very much for your help. I'll be glad to take a few questions.
What's the nature of Vicky White's?
Don't know. Just know she's been transported to the hospital for treatment. There was a wreck. I don't know if the wounds are related to the wreck or not. I'm sorry.
Are they found in the same vehicle that was seen in the pictures that were circulated today?
I'm sorry?
Are they found in the same vehicle as seen?
Yes, I think so. That Ford F-150.
What's the connection to Evansville, Indiana? Why there for that?
Don't know if anything particular drew them to that town. But that's where we got the latest tip, which came in late last night, I think, or last night. Followed up on it first thing this morning, and they were able to get some leads there, and it led to their capture.
Where exactly did the chase start?
Where did the chase start? I'm not sure. My understanding is that they had located them at a hotel, and they spotted them, ran, and the pursuit ensued.
Sheriff, we spoke to some of the folks that called that tip in up in Indiana, and they said they had actually alerted local law enforcement last week on Tuesday about that abandoned truck, and that it's taken several days for all the tips coming in to be able to get through those, get down the list. Was there something last night that changed your idea about why it might actually be a real sighting of Casey White?
No, I'm not aware of the earlier tip.
Sheriff, when will they be brought back here?
Not sure. They'll have to be extradited if they don't waive extradition. That can take some time. Of course, court proceedings involved in that. Over here, I heard someone over here.
Will they actually be brought back here, or
yes.
The connection, is it just too deep to...
No, they will be brought here. He has to be brought back here, and she does, to face arraignment on the new charges. He is charged with escape. She has multiple charges on her now. They will have to be brought back here for arraignment. We've already made arrangements with the Department of Corrections. He will be brought here for arraignment. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter. The judge has agreed to come out. He will be arraigned and immediately transferred to the Department of Corrections.
Are you concerned about Vicky White coming back to this detention center since she works here?
She will not be she will not be confined in this detention center.
Sheriff, what, if anything, at this point would you like to say to Vicki, perhaps?
I hope she survives this. I don't know the extent of her injuries. I hope she survives it. We don't wish any ill will on Vicki in terms of her health or her well-being, but she has some answers to give us, and hopefully we'll have the opportunity to get those answers.
Was there any kind of struggle?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it was just a pursuit. They wrecked and they were taken into custody. I understand he surrendered.
They found any guns or?
I haven't got that information. I'm not sure.
How was she injured?
Don't know. I don't know if it's a result of wreck or if it's some other kind of injuries.
Is there any indication, Sheriff, that one of them shot themselves during this chase?
I can't confirm that. I know that no law enforcement officers fired any shots for sure.
Sheriff, the eyes of the country, people across the world, in fact, have been watching and following this manhunt, from here in Lauderdale County and now through 3 different states. How have you managed to keep going every day and keep that energy that we've seen here throughout this search?
I just wanted to get them off the street. I was committed to that. I was committed to every resource we had available to us to use those resources to make this event happen, to make this press conference possible.
Did you expect this outcome?
I'm sorry?
Did you expect this outcome?
I did. I've always expected this outcome. I knew we would catch them. It was just a matter of time. What was so challenging about this escape was, most escapes from a county jail especially, they're not planned. They're just sort of spontaneous. There are no resources available, no plan in place about what am I going to do when I get out here other than just run. This escape was obviously well planned and calculated. A lot of preparation went into this. They had plenty of resources, had cash, had vehicles, had everything they needed to pull this off. And that's what made this last week and a half so challenging. We were starting from ground zero, and not only that, we were they got a 6-hour head start on us. So it's been a very, and this just speaks volumes to the effectiveness and the efficiency, it speaks volumes to the effectiveness and efficiency of the United States Marshal Service. This is what they do. They track down fugitives, and today is obvious that they do it well.
Is there any reason to believe they had help in their escape?
No evidence that I know of that there was anyone else involved other than Casey White and Vicky White.
Someone going to get the money?
That I don't know about. That's not my deal.
Are they talking yet or keeping quiet? Did they have anything to say once they were in custody?
I have no idea. They're obviously in Indiana, and I'm here, so I don't really know what's going on as we speak. But
are you all sending folks to Indiana? Do you have people up there?
The U.S. Marshals are up there. We will probably wait until they get back here. I don't see any need in us sending someone up there, because they'll be brought back here. And now if they don't waive extradition and are up there for a while, we may end up sending a team up.
Sure. Can you talk about lessons learned? We've talked over the week about protocols that are in place for your employees, but will there be changes or lessons that you learned from this entire situation?
Well, the lesson that I think I've learned, and I think everybody's learned, you don't know who you can trust. I had every bit of trust in Vicky White. She has been an exemplary employee. And what in the world provoked her or prompted her to pull a stunt like this, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. But, you as a leader, you've got to have people in place in these key positions like she was in, that you have confidence in, that you have trust in. And when they violate that trust, I don't know how you can predict that. We had the policy. A policy is a piece of paper. It can't prevent anything. A policy is there for me as a leader to take disciplinary action when a policy is violated. I can't predict when someone's going to violate a policy. It just, one more time, I've learned that you just don't know people sometimes. You think you do, and you really don't know who they are.
How would you compare this moment to some of the other events that have happened in your tenure as sheriff?
Not just my tenure as sheriff. September this year will mark the 50th anniversary of me beginning my career. I've never experienced a week like this in my career.
Fugitive Task Force and even members of the Marshal Task Force from Alabama and Mississippi. And we have Marshal Stillwell here, inspector from the Marshal Service. They were here because a vehicle had been located in Evansville almost a week ago that appeared to be related to the Alabama escapee and sheriff's office employee that had fled the area. As we were working on this today, we gained information that a vehicle matching the description of a suspect vehicle was near our sheriff's office. So the U.S. Marshals Task Force and deputy sheriffs went to the area. Soon thereafter, the male and female fled in a vehicle on Highway 41 northbound, went past Highway 57. As you can see, they turned here on Birch Park Drive. They came through this grassy area. The Marshals Task Force officers intercepted them, actually collided with them to try to end the pursuit. When this occurred, the female driver of the vehicle shot herself, and the passenger was injured, not too seriously. They both been taken to local hospitals to be examined for their injuries. Her injuries are very serious. I don't know the true extent, but I want to commend the Marshals Task Force for being here and working diligently with the Vanderbilt County Sheriff's Office to put two bad people and get them off the street.
Are these the Whites from Alabama?
Yes, they are. It is.
Yeah. She's still alive.
She's still alive.
His condition?
What's that?
His condition?
He seems to be okay. She's in pretty serious shape.
Do you know where she was shot?
I don't know where she was shot, but it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Do you know where the pursuit first took place and where?
It was Highway 41 south of St. George Road is where the pursuit initiated.
Any indication on how long they've been in Evansville?
We can't clarify that at this time until we speak to him. We know the vehicle that was recovered had a date of May the 3rd. It's hard to believe that they've been here that many days, but we were lucky that we stumbled upon them today.
Yeah, the car wash surveillance photos were from the 3rd. It's only speculation, of course, at this point, but why would people on the run stay in Evansville for 6 days?
Well, they're criminals. Sometimes they do things that are unexplainable. But in this case, I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
How did law enforcement catch eyes on them? Was somebody calling in, or did law enforcement just catch them?
A member of the Evansville Police Department observed the vehicle and thought that it could have matched the description of the vehicle that we'd been looking for, and that's what we went to investigate.
So the vehicle that's found at the car wash, was that impounded? The blue Ford?
Yes.
Okay. So they changed vehicle?
Yeah, you guys jump in with media.
They changed vehicle to a Cadillac?
Okay. Okay, so anybody here?
Was it a Cadillac that was eventually stopped in the crash?
No, as you can see, it was this vehicle it looked like a truck, wasn't it? Was it a truck?
Oh, it's a Cadillac.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. It is a Cadillac. That was stopped. I'm sorry. I didn't see. Okay. Yeah.
Would you like to come up and speak?
Yeah. It was Cadillac.
We'll just let the sheriff handle
Okay.
it for now. I know he's planning on doing a press.
Can you talk about the cooperation between the various law enforcement agencies to get this done?
Yeah, well, probably one of the best federal agencies that we work with is U.S. Marshals Task Force. They do a very good job. They supply a lot of resources and personnel to us. And when we have serious crime that needs to be addressed, we can usually handle it through the Marshals Task Force in our office. And the state police is involved in that, and Evansville Police as well. So it's a very good multi-member law enforcement agency.
From when they were spotted initially to whenever this crash happened, how long was that?
Very short period of time. From the time we initiate the pursuit until the time it ended was less than a few minutes.
Do you think there were other accomplices that may have missed?
So we are outside now where this police chase ended, and now we have confirmation that both Casey and Vicky White are now in custody. The sheriff says that Casey White was driving the car at the end of the police chase here in Evansville, Indiana, that he is okay, but that Vicky White right now is in the hospital. The sheriff in Alabama says he's not sure of her injuries, the extent of them, and he's also not sure what caused those injuries. It's possible she was hurt in the wreck because we know it ended in a rollover, but it's also possible she was hurt some other way. I want to bring, this is James, right? James, I want to bring you in, James, because James, and I'm going to have you stay close to me because the microphone is going to pick you up. James is the person who literally solved this entire thing, and it's awesome to have you with us right now. He is the manager at the car wash, and he first spotted Vicky and Casey at the car wash when their truck was discovered there. That was earlier this week. James, walk us, and you haven't spoken to anyone yet, and so no one has really heard your story. We've seen the surveillance video. Walk us through what happened at the beginning of the week, how you first spotted this truck at your car wash here in Evansville.
Okay, how it went down, I noticed the car hanging out of the bay, which is unusual. It kept sitting there. This is on the 3rd on Tuesday. Every time I leave, the truck's still been there. I come back, still there. Next morning, I get up at 6 o'clock to take my granddaughter to school. It's still there. I take her to school at Bossy. Get back at 7:30. The truck's still there. I walk up to the truck and I think, oh my God, this is probably this guy from Alabama. And I walk and look in the truck because I think he could be dead, passed out, who knows. And so I backed up and then I opened the door, the keys are in, I started up, the truck ran, I got away. I Googled the local police department's phone number because I didn't want to call 911. Send the cop out. The cop comes out and he said, well, there ain't nothing I can do. It's not reported stolen. He run the plates. So then he left. He come back. He looked in it again. He found a gun lock in the seat. He said, oh my God, there's a gun lock, but there ain't no guns around. So he left. Then he said, just do what you got to do. I called Tri-State Tow and had it towed.
And this was on Wednesday?
That's on Wednesday.
And when did you see the video and say, this guy looks like Casey White? Was that on Wednesday also?
No, that was on yesterday, Sunday.
That was yesterday?
U.S. Marshal Service called me. They sent me a text message from Alabama. And they said, I heard you got a truck towed. I said, I did. I said, that's that guy from Alabama. He said, yes, it is. So he said, I got U.S. Marshals coming to you even as I speak. And they didn't show up till this morning.
James, if it wasn't for you looking at that video, calling the police, this may not have ended like this.
The U.S. Marshal said not to show what they're driving because I've got her picking him up on surveillance on my cameras. And I told him, I called him back. I said, I got her. She's still with him. She picked him up. And he said, we think they're still in the Evansville area. Obviously they are. So.
Yeah, and you told me earlier you knew what kind of car they fled in, but you weren't going to put that out because you didn't want to compromise
They asked me not to. The marshals asked me not to.
And the way this ended now, I mean, a chase, it's upside down. What do you make of that?
I knew it's how it's going to end. I knew it. Either that or one local cop could have pulled him over. He would have shot and killed him. It took a team of law enforcement to do this. So.
Well, great work, James. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's people like you who solve these things.
If you see something, say something.
See something, say something. It shows that it works.
It works.
So thank you, James. Great work. So you heard from James himself, basically here in Evansville, Indiana. He spotted the truck earlier this week, went and looked at his surveillance video at the car wash that he works at, realized that it was Casey and Vicky White, alerted U.S. Marshals. That brought all the attention here to Evansville, Indiana, about 217 miles from Florence, Alabama, where all of this started. And then you had this police chase that happened today. Police knew what they were looking for because James, he told them the vehicle that they left in from his car wash because they had dropped the truck, got into a new car, started pursuing that vehicle. We're told it was a high-speed chase, went through several different yards. And it ended right here near the airport in Evansville, Indiana. The latest from the sheriff is that Vicky and Casey White are in custody, that Vicky White is in the hospital with injuries sustained from a gunshot wound. And the sheriff in Alabama said that he hopes that Vicky does survive this so they can get some of the answers that they want in this whole ordeal that has been going on for over a week. We'll have the latest from Evansville here on everything that's transpired coming up right after this break.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.